ka Nhyira FM so nie COVID-19 Ghana de ne kwana.
Good morning. Maybe I'm only careful now. What mama say, but a immigration enquiry. Me sure say that you mean internet so near the Ghana Health Service website in Israel and a payment call to do. But maybe I will change. Who say number no a number of active cases, it did that whole. Say one okra na say two okra e di da ho nti enkoye egusu hapa enkoye
na enkoye adentini ebo ebra te se de eko
patrol
me be se me tie se ade ne nkoye sa te se de mo kai a ade na say ebo ebra te se de ade ne koi
no na say o say edu mbe dia say yin na ye kodai media houses kura neja yenka COVID assembly men say our attention was shifted somehow and focused on to other things, but me sure say I too late because whatever it is, the harm has already been committed. And going forward, we need to ramp up. One say education, say unfortunately. We need to change and sema ebia yekano because ebia and sema obi krati obeka say we yatia break the good, well, should I say the good thing? Well, it is unfortunate, but maybe it is also a bit it may be one of the strategies I use to say some new variants here every day. Maybe we can shift our attention around that particular area and hoping that ye can na ye beya asu na ye tie media for best start ya kan me who say multimedia, in fact me who say even on TV station joy news ni ade se see aye kire say who say ya obehu na nkofo share just say shows no and nobody name number se see me who say they are really talking about the fact say say we share no smart na we share face shows nti I say so e bia enye bebre but yeah, can't some kakanka, and obviously I no pay what fra yeah can't want them. You see, you say ya no enquire cry na ya relax here ansha na I do say you say other countries, in fact other countries cry almost moving away from the so-called second wave, third wave. They are actually entering into a fourth wave. Now, maybe I should say Africa, we and I say Ghana. Specifically Ghana, we want to get to that particular situation. You know, about your home body, you bet me abre senia. You to me see no kind because I be able to see a real way no kind and say it be a vaccine and I say a drug beba. But before that vaccine and I say a drug beba no. Yes, non-pharmaceutical measures. Yes, you nose mask here. You need to microphone shape. And I said the more emotional cry. Just a motion yeah, adhere to physical distancing. I mean, say very, very difficult. Now, yeah, we also with soap and running water. Tanyama weyana, ebe to me, actually the rate at which a virus and air spread in the soul. Tanya mekano, hold say, she arena no quine, ebe limited the rate at which virus and air spread in it is never too late because may there be a me pandemic that a be committing mistakes, a be making successes. Of course, you always have to hinge on your successes, but with mistakes, maybe you need to devise a different strategy so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to face whatever is going on.
Now, me pese mi busa, Nancy President Kabibia, vaccine, and wasem. Muna musua ho ade yenya wo internet so a yenya nurse bi ne nkofo bi o mu kire se vaccine na trial version ya sha se de wo nkofo no nkofo talk about reaction o mu nya nsunsuansuo bi eye no kra na se eye one of those things
we say nipa bia senior or react to a grow eye different obi wo ho a ono malaria dura ebi obenya diarrhea obi wo ho a ne ho be no style bi obi wo ha owo injection a owo enkwala kra omo ko vaccination a akwala bi wo ha onsu akola bi wo ho a ne ho be hyehyehye akola bi wo ho a iti ye said the adverse effect. Enti sanya me honam ana me immune system me sanya me hona me body me tumi react to foreign environment no react no different from obia. Enti some of these things are expected. So vaccine be do Ghana ha say ya. You may also experience say obi wo ho a owo bia bibia enya no. Obi so wo ho a owo bia ni ti baye ne ya. Me hu bi kra ebi mu kra wo ho mo vaccines ha omutumi collapse. Inti this time way because of ye different. Obi wo ha ade wo na onsu. Obi wo ha ade wo na obesu. Obi wo ho obeka so me yakitu edi. Inti and also translating into way. So it is not too surprising. So obi wo ha reaction different. Inti na say usually when they introduce some of these vaccines or more monitor them, they have monitors, they have people who always monitor or more vaccine. My brother-in-law were UK. Into a catch himself or more catch and so we are the sort baby a baby or vaccine area honor no more observing for a period of time. But thankfully be behind into your sorry coffee. So we could see they will ask any unusual reaction in you need to alert the for vaccination. Some of these things are expected. And if yakumetu, they are already conducting your as a perception. Who says say Ebola by the vaccine, but we had a lot of issues. So it's always important that answer vaccine before you introduce vaccines, you need to study the perception of people. Virus until you need to conduct such studies. In Ghana, they are actively, very, very actively conducting some of these studies. And of course, this year I would hear radio. So apart from talking about the active cases, the presenters will obviously talk about the new variants, and then they will also delve into the vaccination. All these are like subtle ways. So it is not surprising.
Ebusiana will call your Facebook the can share COVID-19 say ye di enua baako na wonya bia wawunti ye could see no joining on Facebook just not a good side to see, but it's interesting say ko Facebook see na ne hwɛ de ekoso say the be a say bia COVID-19 kwa and share dan koye to say the Dr. Augustina
and campus and share that say enkoye.
Okay.
Because you can say and share down koya, then again in the minds of we share numbers Ghana Health Service website. Most of them are from the airport. Now that's why I was testing sites. You say most of so many negative COVID-19 testing. Air travelers. A bit more positive. Now it will surprise you. Say, be a catcher and so we are positive. The person will deny, of course. Usually the first level is a state of denial. Now, if you are who will be also will share there or come kama, but you listen to the person and you realize that Charlie. Nipa no crowd, you assumed that nipa we dear me friend na me catch and so obi ba catch so onya positive because on show signs and symptoms. Moreover, obi onna owo ninche and confirm wo ninche nyina, they are not showing any signs and symptoms. He doesn't believe that he is positive. These are some of the relatives. People are still living in I don't know whether it's a different world, but people are still assuming that it is a hoax. It be a virus, it be a me, baby. People have made things up. But we need to say a catch a teeth. And they obia say virus no egusu wo manimu enkoye na ekokra ejane akoyi ejumi njane nko bebia na me dey me fair virus me say it is a smart virus. In fact, we be we know now numbers are akosho no that is overwhelming, and we do not need to sit and wait for that. It's in say you adhere to a non-pharmaceutical and also who no medro, but a nyama their behavior and attitude and then be obey. Manifest and non-pharmaceutical measures, very, very uncomfortable. Because most months now, it is so uncomfortable. If you more complain, say they can't breathe. And it is true. But who says, we say, even though you cannot breathe, and no, as soon as Yarena and then we all go by that. And yes, sir, say, a school school near day. They've made themselves, they've made their friends. But this is the difficult moment, so you don't have to hug. Nti eno na ese na ya try say ye be sua na ye be ka ho asem hu say yare ne enkoye na mo ma say ya man be ko school university for call over the weekend ya de na e be chi e hu for say sa nyama enkete na non pharmaceutical measures no eno na be boa ye na ya ti the rate at which a virus is spread no.
Doc, here that say Nhyira, I'm sure say pressure wom kakra and so here that say I'm sure say Augustina e begusu engage you. And one of the critical JPC ebusa uni say suku fo abie minister Kwame Nkrumah suapom Saturday no mu hia say omoba den e wo say ye hwe because the can ayedin de na ye hu no ye nipa ide. So we can say many panintia, many who said the reality on the ground, no. So social distance and one and that near Juma Bibri. And in the midst of that, no, then there was ye.
In the midst of that, Sanya we and pay education. And now they sure to say that a investing from the Rebecca says, Omu free kakra, but you may be surprised. And shall call more when phenomena to adhere to some of the measures. You say we are within the universities, so management put down some strategies. You say at least care university there. You will care university hospital. And see, so be students be started so will show any signs and symptoms of the medical care university hospital. Maybe the sample about cases here. Not yet. You say faculty members so they've been signed up. Say they are you need to maybe say something about COVID-19. There are some protocols like that. You say answer school for mobile classroom. You better check your temperatures. Faculty members be sure say obia nose mask. Me nyoma etisa mobile ho omo provide university provide the various departments any schools with temperature guns and so on and so forth. But I'm also expecting that students they also have a role to play, a huge role to play. Who say they have a strong student leadership, and I think that this is the time you see some of the leadership skills and roles also play. You to organize and honestly, this is not the time to organize students to go on a procession, but rather this is the time they say organize you form me people championing the wearing of nose masks. I'm really looking forward to that. From ambassadors for strict hand washing, ambassadors for adhering to physical distancing. The students we are very, very smart. I'm sure that already some of them are thinking about these things. But you share a school in Kolana, of course, you sure that individual schools, whether private or public, no. I'm sure almost internally they are putting down their own and you may say school be or more buses, or the transport and Kolano. Sometimes who say be on Kolano or more heavily packed. Buses, meaning, is it that schools, they are thinking of getting more buses, and after they would ask their parents, or more, I drive you or more school, or more bayasa. We need to do a lot of joy. Now, I'm very positive for most of the schools, they are already doing some of these things.
But Doc, also na omokase, samre na amanyofo ni shasiye ye campaigner. Woman no more because social trends na Ghana for observe sa social distancing protocol generally a okwa sorry a obi ye de e wo so oye but amanyɔfoɔ no hyɛ aseɛ with wɔn primaries ne campaigns ne n'asefoɔ no wonyi sɛ no nso na nkɔfoɔ kyerɛ sɛ ne na mma nkɔfoɔ hu sɛ wɔn mu kura nyɛ serious ɛne ɛyɛ nyinaa ate afa so mo nso mo antimi anka ntwom sɛ deɛ ɛyɛ ne nyɛ ɛna mo nso yɛ deɛ mo yɛ no nti na aba bɛduru anaa
media tell me kind no at a point in time media for so most mo niama more attention it was directed more now more focusing on primaries elections near them so we probably the level of education means can you 40 covid honsem no echo from but like I tell you it is not late we need to go back and pick up from where we left off ebia ye pick it up and konfomu and make us ebia new variant here be ebia ye start ye ka ho asema of course ye who be Ghana has said there but interest ebi mba has said that interest ye who be that ebia ebe who be but ye guso a ye hwehwe nti ebia ye hu ye as ye be who be of course ye mpese ye be who be and ya start say ye can was in a prime minister for but I think we should put of course we should try and put all those things maybe behind us and forge ahead. So going forward, what are we going to do? We are sure say if we change the conversation and rather look forward there, it will be of a huge help to us. Or it will be not standing for MP. It be on no virus but it be and amazingly during those times, like the leaders, they were all in nose masks. But unfortunately, the followers, most supporters, they were not in nose masks. And you no more in kind, a University of Ghana, said they realized that really looking even at the social demographic characteristics, be a low level, low education level, near very low. They end up they are at a very high risk compared with highly educated. Of course, the assumption is that nose marks said the markets malls any lorry stations say more no level no form but markets lorry stations no so it said there was all these under studies a lot of information going forward. And I think that going forward, we all need to adhere to the measures. Now, what we are all for, so I hope that we see what's over. We say, but really by a cast and colony the people were drumming so in case for no and ketwano omupo de omunim senya yese no smart of course they sure say government they have a lot of experts they have pediatricians on their committee. They will advise omo nursery crèche to class 1 no omo mususa ni ade nti omo nsho omo nose mask ni ade nti I'm sure that measures are government to be abano brony friend they are not cast in stone. They sure say omo ko school na yehu say and I'm sure governments will really step in and change their strategies. And I think this is how pandemics are fought. You mistakes, but you need to, revise your notes and put in newer and more better stringent strategy.
Ebusiana wo join on Facebook na wo share since ni bi COVID-19 na yesi nkrofo no na wankasa wo hu de eke no say ewo ho te say the doctor make o say ebe de bi ewo ho COVID-19 nkoye enti o join us on Facebook na ko share ekwan a multimedia join news ye call ho kutwa yesi nipa wankasa Ghana ni wenya abrochiro Ghana yesie nipa because of COVID-19 nti ne wankasa kohwe bi na ye ka won say ade na ye ka na serious na tole bia na ya tiada but doctor me hu say wo say ye yere ye ho ne ka because ade no e wo ho ye say wo mfa ho ase say wo ma no offers no ma ba university o say obi wo bi a wo bi obehia nkrofo sesi e men so mo kwei cheze etu afuntumu ene yesese nkrofo no ntimi sraw na wo ko Facebook na wa join e na ye ma update de ekoso nyina nti obetimi a join e doctor finally adenti na wose ye twen vaccine obra ye prove say COVID-19 anye bia Ghana ni bia mo amoye nhwe mu be ka kiro say anye bia Ghana ni de onya nsusuanso o sa COVID-19 ni mu at least saa ye natural means na ye use ye no etimi aboaye a denti na si ho kwan se mo be pusi ama saa de ye di eye saa adwuma yi ye nonom ye ma ye ho to ye ye be use more but as still na vaccine na ye twa ntimi nye bibia wa.
Oh, people are trying their friend herbal and as a traditional medicine. Them say at a point in time, let's say 19 or so, or more friend candidate. But no say who say bia ebiabi nilis etuni ye bibia and yes say honoma na wa start it needs to go through a lot of processes. Me kaimpo say papa bi ba ye center honum okra bibi egu bottle mu ehwa o say o de brain na ye de ata covid omo nya covid yare but ye honum no na we testing of course ebi a ye some of the going into the medication but you mean say Ghana has say center for is it a plant and
tropical
yes near one man phone. I'm sure that they are looking into it, but the point is that it takes a while. And yes, and then within 4 months, now we will say to me cure COVID.
But doc, we menya doctor, doc, madam, menya doctor, but meaning say, mo can be for immune system no ho. And meaning say FDA and GGG most of immune boosting natural ones in Ibiatum. Meaning say I'm the vitamin C so man crofo. Enyina nso nim say ankane na busuafo vitamin C kakra wom mo say bibi hydrochloroquine bi nso ankofo use a eno nso contain the timidity treat malaria nyoma kakra we asim no mu use yenso wo natural means ni wa ha the way ya ye dey speed abrochire for motimi ede ahonhere ede omu vaccine ba even the trial method no I am shocked say Ghana yankase wa ha no yegusuwa na ehwehwem almost getting to 1 year nti yentimi nhwehwem hu so okay nyoma we aye wodada na yekeka bo mebetimi aboaye
say ankare ebi ja ne prekese ni ade no eno de eno nye vaccine eno ma wo ho ayede na se ni amesate kan ye no obi a ho odin so different obi wo ho benom sa ade hihie sini ade no but still obi ebi a we obi onya covid sa immune boosters they are different from vaccines vaccine production it's a huge industrial business. You need the resources, we have the expertise because you need said, in that vaccine, is a Mosquirix. You're conducting some of the studies in Ghana. But when it comes to the production of the vaccine itself, it is huge. You need a lot of resources, infrastructure near there. Minimum FDA, the sort of support they need or the sort of facilities or more. If we have that, then I'm sure say even Mampong, they should also have those facilities. Now, it is not a day's work. Say share a Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna, or more vaccine buying. It wasn't overnight. It took a while. And in fact, even vaccines not with people are trying to point holes into it. In fact, Pfizer, people are complaining that it can almost publish it in a peer-reviewed journal for people with the same expertise to critique it. You see, these are some of the things. It will take a while, but I'm sure we'll get there one day. But we will get there definitely one day. But I think that if we all adapt and agree and adhere to the non-pharmaceutical, who may do, of course. Meaning, all sorts of concoctions, but there may be an effect one day. Before then, I think that we should all try be strict and adhere to the safety measures. So we media need so we can be interview, not share a yipa, that. They need to be in the nose mask as well. Now, in a very humble way, what you know. Maybe say sorry be wo kumase haseya So sorry, they now we share nose mask now. So for the body, share nose mask. And I think we need a lot of these things because of no any say no and coin. So can we get a lot more, a lot of such pastors to also spearhead some of these things? If you are call a mosque and call nose mask, can we get a lot of our imams and actually our leaders to ensure that people are wearing nose masks? So as soon as a classroom and our school for the day, can we get the class president and I say a class prefect to help in this direction? Of course, the school's management will be doing their part, but we are sure say yeah, boy.
Doctor, Nhyira.
Amen.